Give thanks and eyes unto the Most High Jah Rastafari. As I'm Emmanuel, the vegan Nyabinghi, bringing you a dish today of Bombay potatoes with some spinach, rice and a celery salad. So I'll take you to the ingredients, go through the method with you, preparation and then the cooking, and then at the end of the video show you it on a dish. Jah Rastafari. Okay, so I've got some fresh coriander here for garnish. I've got some garam masala in that pot there, some turmeric, some mustard seeds, a lot of garlic, thumbful of ginger, 6.5 fine tomatoes, got just about a kilo of new potatoes there, some spinach in this packet here, some celery for the salad in this package here, a large onion, I don't know if you can see those red chilies down there, ground cumin, ground coriander, black pepper, and that's it. Okay, so my goodly son has chopped the onions that I need there. There's the chilies, which I will chop when I use them. Some celery, chopped and washed there for celery salad. Vine tomatoes, coriander in there for garnish. In here you've got chopped ginger and chopped garlic for both the salad, the garlic that is, for both the salad, the Bombay potatoes and also the spinach that I'm doing with it. So that's all the preparation done. The next step I'll bring you in. So that's the celery salad done, which is basically chopped celery, chopped garlic, some black pepper and some vegetable oil. Right, so I've got 3 of the tomatoes in there that I'm just going to bring to the boil and simmer for a few minutes, about 8 minutes, as with the potatoes that are in there. I've got some palm oil in there which I'm going to fry onions for the Bombay potato. In here I've got some garlic and I'm going to add some onions and some palm oil, and that's going to be for the spinach. Chilies are here and the onions are here on standby. Garnish, corianders for the garnish. So in here I'm going to blend the rest of the tomatoes, which is 3.5, garlic and the ginger. So there's the blitzed tomato, ginger and garlic. So here I've got the onions and some palm oil which I'm going to fry. In here you've got garlic and onions which I'm going to fry also, that's for the spinach. I'm going to chop the coriander for the garnish and then bring you in again. Okay, so the onions and garlic for the spinach are frying over here. Over here I've added just a 1/4 teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning to these onions. You're supposed to use salt, but I don't use salt, so all-purpose seasoning with my salt. And here I'm bringing the potatoes to the boil and steaming the rest of the tomatoes at the same time. And then I'm going to simmer those for about 10 minutes. Chilies are waiting there along with the other ingredients. Coriander for the garnish. The spinach, which is going to go into here. And that's more or less going to be done. I'm going to curry this a little bit. Obviously Bombay potatoes is garam masala, as my son was quick to point out. Jah Rastafari. Yes, the ingredient that I forgot was all-purpose seasoning, which as I said I've added to these onions and I'm going to add to the spinach also. So I've added the spinach to this pot here for the little curry spinach. It's not much, but it's the side dish, the Bombay potato being the main dish. So I'm going to add just 1/3 of a teaspoon of all-purpose seasoning in there. Level teaspoonful of turmeric. And 1/2 teaspoon teaspoonful of ground cumin, and a level teaspoonful of ground coriander. So that doesn't take long to cook at all. Mix it all up. Add a tiny amount of clean water. I mean tiny, just so that it doesn't dry out. And it's more or less done. So that's how much water I'm talking about. Give that a good stir. Let it simmer on the lowest heat for a few minutes, and then that's ready to accompany your Bombay potato. I've just added about 10 halved cashew nuts to the spinach, which is now more or less ready. Tiny bit more water, and then take the heat off that and heat it up only again when you're serving the Bombay potato. Meanwhile, potatoes are starting to boil over there. I'll have to rotate them though because there's a large one on top. The onions are still cooking here for the main dish as well. There's the spinach curry, homemade curry with turmeric, coriander and cumin. So that's ready now. So that's off the heat. I'm just going to leave that in the pot. So to the onions here, I've added the chilies, a teaspoonful of mustard seeds, 2 teaspoonfuls of coriander, 3/4 teaspoonful of turmeric, teaspoonful of cumin, and 3 teaspoonfuls of garam masala. So I'm going to mix all that up. So I've added all the condiments, and I'm now just going to fry that just for a quick 2 minutes before I add other stuff on a minimum heat. I'm going to add the tomato mixture now, which I blended earlier, and I'm going to bring that to a simmer because I'm then going to add the potatoes, the remaining tomatoes, and just some, yeah, that's it. So I've added that. Just going to stir that in so that I can bring it to a simmer as a liquid. And just a reminder, the mixture is tomatoes, ginger and garlic. As you can see as I'm mixing it in, the spices take over the red tomato colour, which is what you want. Bring that to a simmer, so turn up the heat a little bit. The potatoes are boiling away next door there. And I'm going to add those, and then the remaining tomatoes, which I've chopped into quarters. I'll keep stirring until the mixture's all brown and it's lost that tomato colour. There you go. So I'm just going to wait till that starts to simmer, and then add the potatoes and the remaining tomatoes. Okay, so the mix is now simmering, so I'm going to add, it's on full heat at the moment, but I'm going to turn it right down in a minute and just put it on full heat to get it simmering. So I'm going to add the remaining tomatoes now, which, as I say, are quartered. So spread those around the pot. Like that. now I'm going to add the potatoes. I've halved the potatoes except for the very smallest. Well, actually I will halve them anyway. So I've added the potatoes and the remaining tomatoes. I'm going to mix those in, just cook them for a little while longer, and then it's basically ready to be served with rice, with coriander on top and the spinach curry that I've made. So I've stirred the potatoes and the tomatoes into the mix, so that's nearly ready. The next shot will be on a plate with rice and with the celery salad and with the curry spinach that I did as a side dish as well. Give all the praise unto the Most High Jah, Rastafari, Selassie. So there it is, Bombay potato garnished with coriander, a little bit of spinach and cashew nut curry, celery salad there. Captain Selassie presiding over our man table. We said Jah, Rastafari.